There's a very interesting company which is lining up for D Street, a company which has really made its mark as far as broking is concerned, stock broking is concerned for decades now, and in fact is taking a shape into a fintech company of sorts, going towards the low brokerage space as well, and generally the adoption of technology in their overall service quality is only increasing. I'm talking about angel broking. You must have heard the name. It's a household name as far as the stockbroking community is concerned. So today I have with me two gentlemen who represent the company and will be talking to us about the road ahead and how the industry is looking, and there, of course, a new journey which is beginning for them in the listed space. I'm talking about Vinay, who's actually the CEO of Angel Broking, and Mr. Thakkar, the promoter. Vinay, let me start with you first. Thanks a lot, both of you gentlemen, talking to us today on the channel. Congratulations, you're hitting D Street. Vinay, let me start with you. Just for the benefit of our viewers, what exactly is the plan for fundraising? How much are you looking forward to raising from the market, and where exactly will the money be going?
We are planning to raise 600 crores, 300 would be primary and 300 would be offer for sale. And this capital will be utilized for working capital requirement.
Right. Mr. Thakkar, the retail activity in the stock market continues to remain strong and also at an elevated level. What is the kind of growth you expect for business going forward? Akshay.
See, if you look at growth of this industry, it would be wrong to say this growth has come just in this quarter. Agreed, there are some tailwinds, but this cannot be quantified as a very strong tailwind which has changed the growth of this industry. If you look at this industry for past 5 or 6 quarters, we were seeing a good growth rate in terms of customer acquisition. So I believe that this growth rate, what we are seeing, it is not dependent on lockdown or on COVID. It is just a structural story which is playing out. It is because of inflation in control, because of lots of macro economic parameters. There are lots of people who are first timers and they want, in terms of getting jobs and have started saving. They don't have an alternative to put into kind of a risk-free asset like FD and get and earn a 9 to 10% return. So this generation has to take some exposure in equity if they want to get a good returns. So that is what is panning out. India is young. So this young millennials, when they get their first job, when they're planning their first saving, they're exploring ways and possibilities to get better returns on their saving. That is what a story is playing out.
We also understand that new account openings and client additions have been pretty strong. In fact, not only for you, for the entire industry, and I'm sure it's happening at your end as well. There's a wave which has really come in from the new investing community. Talk to us about your experience in that light. And especially we understand that millennials are a big portion of the new investors which are joining in.
See, if you look at growth level on quarterly basis, like for past 6 quarters, it has been great. We have been growing at the rate of almost 100%. If I take year-on-year growth, if I compare Q1, we acquired 3.5 lakh customer. And if I compare to year-on-year growth, it is more than 100%. So what I am seeing that, as I said, that this story is playing out because of digitization. It is playing out because youth who are first timer into kind of putting their money, saving into any asset class. It is easier for them to use digital media, digital app. And because of social media awareness, it is very kind of simple for them to understand what kind of returns they can get in equity. So I feel this growth rate, what we are seeing, it is due to more of digitization. And till Q1, we have seen a good growth. And if I take only June number, it has been far better than an average of first quarter.
You mentioned that millennials are primarily driving this new growth which we are talking about. Do you see this trend continue, this positive trend, or you are also witnessing other age bracket people also coming in, service guys, experienced guys who are up till now not being exposed to the markets but are willing to come in now?
See, it is across all age cohorts, but you have to understand that previous generation had lots of responsibilities in terms of acquiring real estate, supporting their kids, supporting their parents. But this new generation, they are earning on their own. Their partners are earning, and they don't have a responsibility because their parents have taken care to a certain extent. And at the same time, they don't have kids to take responsibility and all that. So this generation is one, I would say, they earn, they save, they spend, and they are ready to put some money in an asset class which appears to be risky, but they know it very well that long-term kind of returns would be good from this asset class. So although it is across the sectors, but if you see, big chunk of India still is into that bracket of 25, 28 years. So they are the one who are driving this growth.
Well, being an established player in the industry, one of the strongest players in the industry, how are you really looking at the competitive landscape? We understand because of adoption of technology and in general buoyancy in the industry, things are becoming tougher. Surely the big players and the key players will strengthen their position. But how are you analyzing this competitive landscape right now and the market share wars also, which are surely happening on ground?
See, on market share, Vinay will answer that. Let me give you a brief that what is important is to know user, what they want. And we being into market for past 25 years, we have been understood users' need. Only solutions has to be given, which can change. It can be physical, it can be through technology. But looking at digital millennial, I think we are able to understand user better and then identify what is the best technological solution we can give to a user to delight him. And that is how we have been able to keep on delighting them for 3 generations. There are lots of customers, 3 generations with us. And every generation, when they use our app or whatever service we are giving, they are really delighted. On market share and all that, I will ask Vinay to answer this.
Yeah. So if you look at our market share, it has been growing very, very consistently, quarter on quarter, year on year. So if you look at new client addition, our market share was just little, above, less than 6% in FY19, which grew to 10.5% in FY20, and which is now close to 15% in this first quarter. Then if you look at our market share in terms of retail market share, trading volume, in cash segment, we are close to now, 17%. In future and options, we're close to 8%. And this all has been growing consistently. In commodities now, we've kind of started touching 24-25% in the first quarter. So you can see our market share has become very, very dominant, and it has been growing consistently over last few quarters.
Right. All right, Vinay. All right, Mr. Thakkar, thank you very much for joining us on the show today. Look forward to seeing more of you on the channel, Mr. Thakkar. Wonderful that you're also joining in the listed stocks community going forward.